Goldilocks in Vietnam. Yes. We're here again and in Tuy Hòa. Still can't pronounce it, but so what are we going to do today? It's a beautiful, part sunny day, part cloudy, but I don't think it's going to be any rain. We're going to be visiting the Han Temple. It's a 1,000-year-old temple. It's not far from here. It's only about 10 minutes ride away. So I think after I've avoided all these cars coming at me, what we're going to do is maybe grab a bit of coffee first, or maybe even a banh mi. Now I just stalled my bike. We've got a cold engine, that's why it stalled, and I wasn't. I had to come up behind a car because there was too much traffic on the road. But we're okay now, no big deal, and I can see a coffee shop over there. I'm not just sure if that's the one or not. Yeah. Oh, yes, got banh mi as well. Looks as though it's the one. There we are, I can see the banh mi counter over there. I just got to get through these million motorbikes. Banh mi. Now, is banh mi in this shop? Which shop is banh mi? Can't bloody work it out, you know. I think it's no shop, it's standalone. Banh mi, huh? Wait. I'll just pull up. Well, I got my banh mi. It's a bit of a lack of fillings because they didn't have many vegetables, but so I just got what they had, and I got the usual sort of, you know, like no meat. Huh? But fortunately, it has chili. Time for a Robusta Cafe Dang. Yeah, Robusta is the most popular, most suitable coffee beans grown in Vietnam. And later I'm going to go up to Dalat, maybe next week, which kind of is the center, one of the centers of coffee growing. So I want to try and get a more in-depth look at coffee growing when I'm there. But for now, the banh mi's gone down the hatch, and the Robusta Cafe Dang is about to go down the same way. And let's go and do some exploring. Right, we've got one of these damn roundabouts to negotiate. How does it work? How does it work? I don't know. You just got to look all around at everything all the time, you know. Well, it was cloudy this morning, but it's brightening up, which is great. Hey, you know, the lady, you didn't see her, I didn't film it. There was a lady, I don't know, she's about my age, I guess, on the banh mi stall, and my God, she was miserable. I guess that's how I'm supposed to behave at my age, but I refuse to. I tend to behave like a 10-year-old. But anyway, I enjoyed my life, so there we are. Love the fact that you've got communist symbols and hammer, you know, like the hammer and sickle red flag and the national flag everywhere in Vietnam. I think they're just very proud of their history and how they overcame French and American oppression to get their freedom. Well, it looks as though it's straight on. Mind the kamikaze bikes. If in doubt, just honk your horn. Hey, hey. So I just went to try and buy a ticket, and for some reason, they let me in for free. I'm not sure if that's everybody or not. Maybe they just felt sorry for me. They thought, oh, I was such an old git, you know. Oh well, let's try and find it. Let me practice my Vietnamese. Tong Liang Chak Ngan. It's good. You understand? Okay,
Yeah.
we can have photo as well, eh?
Yeah.
Let's move. Hello. Xin chào.
Xin chào.
Okay, okay.
Anh ăn chụp trai mong tao vào tắm gửi chơi luôn.
Okay.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la, huh? Ooh la la.
1, 2, 3.
Yes.
One more. Okay.
Một, hai, ba.
Oh, okay. Xin chào.
Cảm ơn nhiều ạ.
Come on. I mean, people are so awesome here. I mean, they're so warm and friendly. I think they're so warm to welcome foreigners back to their country, which is pretty incredible given the history. But big respect to them, you know. Genuine warmth that you feel every time you meet them, you know. Oh, so lovely. I believe this tower is Hindu, I think, and looking at that looks very Hindu. You know, boobs exposed. Is that Hindu? Kama Sutra? I don't know. Speaking rubbish, of course. Yeah, they got a thing with boobs, haven't they? I mean, let's face it. I'm not complaining, but just natural human form. That looks like a snake. Just walking up the hill here, I just caught a glimpse of this view, so I'll just share it with you. This is the town of Tuy Hòa, still can't pronounce it. My hotel is over there somewhere. I think it's that one right over there. Can't quite see it. And they got a river, big bridge, and there's the open sea, South China Sea, or the East Sea if you're Vietnamese. Yeah, so behind me is the famous Nan Tower, standing about 65 meters above sea level. I thought I'd just read a couple of lines from this website about it. It's called so because it's located near the Nan Mountain. It was built by the ancient Cham people in the late 11th century, early 12th century. 20-meter high tower, and the main gate faces east, but the other gates are false gates. So I'm sure there's a reason for that. I'm not quite sure what it is. The top is special because it was harmonious combination of pyramidal symbol and linga symbol, one of Cham's worship. So yeah, maybe we'll step back and get a better view of that later. During the French domination, the tower was nearly ruined. Oh, thank you, Français. Merci beaucoup. At the end of the year 1960, the tower was rebuilt. Yeah, so it seems like the French colonialists destroyed it. I don't know why, fighting or using it as a military. And get a really nice view from this angle. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty similar to the other Cham temples. I've seen places like Mai San, a little bit similar to Angkor Wat, maybe, but it's more like the other ones in Vietnam that I've seen, which I guess is not surprising. So as we walk round the tower, you can see apparently the false door, which appears to have been bricked up. I'm not sure if that's original or not. I think this is called the Nan Temple, not just a tower. So it was actually a temple. There's another false door. Lots of false doors. And actually, while we're here, I think what I'll do is just... Yeah, I think that's the Nam Mountain. It looks more like a volcano, doesn't it? Can you see it? Can you see it up there? Yeah. So you can see looking across the other way there, the other direction. Another false door. So we've got 3 false doors. So what about the real door, huh? Let's try and find that. I guess there's a reason why the real door faces east. I don't know what it is. Oh look, the door's open, inviting us inside. No shoes or slippers is allowed. All right. Yeah, if I look directly up at the ceiling, yeah, it's kind of completely hollow, right? Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to film deities, but this is the outlook. Just climbing up these stairs to see if I can get a interesting view from the side or above the tower. Yeah, that's a great angle. Look at that. You can clearly see the structures on the top, these cham structures. That's quite beautiful. I don't know if I can zoom in a bit. Tragically, wherever you go in Vietnam, this beautiful country, the scars of war are everywhere. And next to the Cham Temple, that beautiful Cham Temple that was just partly destroyed by the French during their colonial years, behind me you can see there's a pillbox. This circular structure here was a gun emplacement because we were up high on the hills. Now I don't know if this is French or American, or you know, the South Vietnamese American, same thing, right? Yeah, so I don't know whether there was a big battle here or what. I don't know. But anyway, every time I see this instrument of death like this in this beautiful, beautiful country that suffered so much, it always brings some very sad emotions because I've met so many gorgeous people here. Anyway, that's history. Move on. Forgive, but don't forget. Yeah. Stop recording. Yeah, as I wander around here, you can see, I mean, this looks like a machine gun, what do you call it, placement, and there's trenches here. You can see fortified trenches. And this pillbox here, it's locked, so I can't get in there, but you can clearly see it's a pillbox. Yeah, it looks as though the forces of war have been up here in force. There's part of a trench there, and I don't know whether these are bunkers or I think they're just trenches. I don't know, or remnants of trenches. Yeah. Make love, not war, huh? Couldn't agree more. More trenches even behind this little food stall here. And machine gun placements. You can see they would be used to batter any boats coming up the river, as well as on the town below. You know, I find Americans and Americans in particular, and also to some extent Europeans, when you're fighting or supporting fighting or a war in somebody else's country, well, that's okay. If not okay, but it's somehow acceptable and worth the price. But if that fight is on your own soil, yeah, you better think again, huh? Yeah, I'll just take this because it's such a lovely view of the tower here. Especially the top, you know. Temple, not just tower. But you can see the newer parts of it where it's been rebuilt. And then you can see the old parts because it seems to have been damaged in military conflict as usual. But at least it's been rebuilt to its original form, which is great. So this is the Cham Tower from the riverbank. Remember we saw the river down there? From up there, I mean. And this is looking back the other way. Well, they still do use donkeys to pull carts here. Not that many left, but here's one. Donkey or horse. Donkey, I presume. Oh no, it's a cow. It's a cow. So what I thought we'd do is, because this place, this town, Tuy Hòa, or however you pronounce it, has got a beautiful coastline, so I thought we'd just buzz up. This is like the mouth of the river, which you can't see anyway, probably. Let's have a look, see if we can get a look at the river mouth, shall we? Yeah, so there's like a little lagoon. It's obviously low tide at the moment. So the Champa Tower is that way that we had a look, and the open sea is that way. So we're going to ride up to the headland there and then turn left and follow the coast, see what we find. I guess this is also the real Vietnam, a different side of it. A bit more poverty street, I guess. Rather nice here. It looks, what's it called? Sala Beach Club. I don't know whether it's a resort or just bars and restaurants. I can smell the coffee. Let's check it out. I think there's one down here. Oi, oi, oi. Xin chào. Oi. Go there, is alright. I think he wanted me to park my bike there so he can charge me. No way. I know, oh, there's music. I'm not keen on musical coffee bars. Well, at least the music's not too beaty. Quite often in Vietnam you get boom, boom, boom. Even at like 6 o'clock in the morning, you know. It's pretty, I mean, maybe I'm just old, you know. But at least this is reasonably smooth. Hello, cà phê đen. Cà phê đen. I know, I'll sit away from the speaker. That should be it. Oh yeah, much better here. Ah, this is a life. Coffee, sea. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. No, that's good. Let's sit here and watch the waves roll in, you know. So the plan is to take it relatively easy today. I'm going to drive up along the coast, see what else there is to see. This afternoon, there's a small swimming pool on top of my apartment block. I might check that out, although I think it's more of a puddle than a pool. So I'm not sure I can do any swimming. I think it's just a few meters. But I think there's some sun decks and stuff like that there, so we'll see. And then tomorrow is a very important day for me. Tomorrow I'm going to my first 5-star resort in Vietnam. I've always tried to stay in the budget homestays, but this is the coastline. So this time I'm going the full Monty. I'm going for a 5-star Diamond, it's called, Diamond Resort, which is supposed to be really nice. It's not in the middle of the town in Nha Trang, it's just on the outside. It's about an hour and a half, no, it's about 3 hours drive from here, I think, due south. So kind of looking forward to that. I'll be there 3 nights, and then after that I will go on one more to Phan Rang. There's some in Phan Rang, there's some more Champa kind of towers and temples to have a look at, and lots of other things to do. Then after Phan Rang, then I go back into the mountains for one final time to a place I've been looking forward to going very much. It's kind of right in the south of the mountains, called Dalat. It was a colonial French hill resort, because cooler, it's about 1,500 meters above sea level. It's got some nice architecture there, French colonial architecture, I believe, and it's a big coffee centre. So I'm going to be looking forward to doing all that. But in the meantime, I'm just going to relax. Vietnam's great. So just admire the admire the beach here. There's nobody here, one guy. Well, if you want a quiet beach, this is the place to come. So let's move on. Well, there's another viewpoint of the beach. Let's just pause here for a second, shall we? Oh, yes. Miles and miles. Almost nobody here. Oh. Loads of coffee bars along the beach. There's another one just over there. It's so quiet. Nobody here. There's some more beach. There's more surf here. More beach bars, coffee bars. Yeah, this beach just goes on and on and on. I mean, it's such a great resource, I would say. I guess they'll develop it more later, but yeah, it's got huge potential if the right thought was put into it. Well, we're going to try and see if I can take the bike up that mountain. I believe it's like a martyr's mountain. There's a lot of local people who had their lives, well, were basically killed by the fighting with the Americans and their puppets. Yeah, everywhere you go, if you look, it's there. Anyway, the road's shrunk. Hopefully can get through. Yo, hello. I'm one of those other steptoe and son sort of things. Well, we're going up now. Let's see how far up we can get before the road runs out. So I just tried to get up to the top of this hill, up the road right at the top there with some communications installation, and a group of soldiers came and they were very nice to me. They kind of stood in front of the road and I pointed like that, and they went and smiled and laughed, so sent me back. So anyway, let's see what we can see from here anyway. There's the old bike going wonderful as usual. Yeah, look at that, huh? Look at that. Let me just try and extend this to the maximum height. So I can, there we go. So I'm trying to get you above the trees, you see. So that's a view from the top. You can see the beautiful coastline over there. Right, and then there's the river, where up by the Cham Temple. Or is that a different? No, that is the one. The Cham Temple's down. Yeah, I can see the Cham Temple. The Cham Temple, if we come back down, the Cham Temple is there where I'm pointing. It's kind of there. Yeah, very nice, huh? So let's just see the other side. Maybe we can get a view here too. I have actually, maybe they smiled at me because of my secret t-shirt. I got my secret t-shirt on. You know what that is? Whoop, wait a minute. Trying to put that somewhere where it won't fall over. Which I can't, it falls over everywhere I do it. Let's have a look. Come on. Behave. So my secret t-shirt is that. That's the flag of the National Liberation Front, which was rather insultingly called the Viet Cong by Diem, who was the puppet American emperor of South Vietnam. And it was later taken up by the Americans, VC, but it's the National Liberation Front, trying to liberate their country from the Americans. Yeah, so let's carry on with this. Let's have a look. You can see what a nice view it is. Now, I don't want to go too far down there because leaving my bike, but because I've got all my money in. Right, let's go back down. That was quite interesting up there, good view. You can see the beach up ahead. It's a shame there's so many bushes here. It would be nice to get an all-round view, but anyway, look, we can see now in this part. Well, that's nice. Wow, look at the colour of that sea. True blue, that one. Yeah, that is nice, isn't it? Little island over there. Anyway, I just stopped for this view here because it's magnificent. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we can hear the air horns of the trucks down there. Damn things they are. Yeah, down we go, down we go. All the vegan food I've had so far has been Vietnamese, so I hear there's a good international one here. So that's why I've come, if I can find it. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is it. Well, my first time not to have Vietnamese food. Oh, it's not quite true. I had Indian a couple of weeks ago. But this is pad thai, vegan pad thai in this international restaurant. Looks good. Let's try it. Yeah, it's really good. I'm going to enjoy this. A bit of lime on it. Oops. Cheers.